Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Daytona, where we are finally at the official race. This is for points, and we are excited. Now, obviously, we just had the duels yesterday. There was a lot to get into. But first, we obviously have to go over the injury report, right? And a lot of shit went down. It was some craziness going on. To begin, the sickly dying man, his dippy doodleitis that he's battling, has gone up to stage 2 after that hit with Amber in the first duel. Unfortunate for him there, but then we have Amber, who of course got smoked by the 31, diagnosed with ouch. Aunt Tim in duel 2 got a pretty big hit from Zach out back to the back of his car. His neck went wah! And so Dr. Steve Basil said he has a woofed neck. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it doesn't sound good, so we're gonna go with that. Blackjack, he had a pretty bad hit, and afterwards he went to the casino, played some poker, had a terrible hand, but he, for some reason, went all in and lost. So clearly there is some sort of mind injury with that car in Blackjack, but he will be racing still. Jeffrey Bernhardt somehow drove away from that accident and will be racing. He has tum reflux. What's a tum? I don't know, but he has a reflux of sorts. And then out, obviously in practice, we had small medium fat have mass confusion. He'll be back next week's race. And then Connor Eats Daily, who was filling in for small medium fat in duel number 2, he got in an accident, a pretty bad one as well, involving Blackjack, and he now has pukey poopy disease. I don't know what that is either, but I think it's implied what it actually does. And we're back here, and yeah, so who's in that 7? We'll get to that during the starting grid. And speaking of the starting grid, we don't have a sponsor for it, so let's just jump cut! On pole, in the 8, Dale Bernhardt Jr., as mentioned before, with the fastest time, just off of pure qualifying, he was able to get the pole. And Jeffrey Bernhardt, who remember has an injury after the dual races, he starts second in that number 3. Once again, starting up towards the front. Hopefully this time he doesn't have some sort of disastrous start with the engine, but he's in second. Then we have our 2 dual winners, Bo Giardolozzi and Aggressive. How about that? Bo Giardolozzi, I was honestly so shocked he was able to pull that off in that 47, but great for him, you know what I mean? Then the 78, Aggressive, brand new team as well. A really good run for him as well. Alzheimer and Lawful Allen were the 2 runner-ups in the duels. Can you believe that? Unbelievable what we saw in the duels, and maybe we'll see that here today. A 50-lap race, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Blue-collared Austin Hillbilly and Nick Sanchez make the row behind that, rounding up the top 10 if I'm not mistaken, to form a Pressure Clot and Ross Chestpain. 2 drivers that I have a feeling will definitely make the playoffs in some form of way. I almost just choked. Mick and Rorty and Riley Gerbert make up this row. They were both, I believe, the last cars to lock in. That might be... No, Mick and Rorty is the last car to lock in on the second duel? First duel? First duel. Thank you, intern. Dick Shipfart and Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico. Yeah, they're here. Chug a beer in that car. I'm really hoping that they can fix that soon. And Leland Funnyman, who led a few laps in the second duel, hoping to do good here today. The Demon of Oil in the 56 and Corey Knight in the 17. Honestly, I feel like these guys are pretty good playoff contenders as well. We'll see how that goes for them. Then you have Stacy in the 38, Pip Puddlequack in the number 10 car. Pip Puddlequack was the last car of the open ones to lock in through the duels. So everyone else back here was on... Wow, forgive the remix. Everyone back here was either on owner's points or just official time in qualifying. Dog Barks in the 16, they figured out to fix that car from practice, and then you have the 68 of Ricky Ticky Bobby Wobbin. You go back a bit more here, and you see Ketchfence did his job, and Aiden Clot, two cars that I think you should absolutely watch going into this one. The 22 and 65 make the row behind right there. The 97 Simi Can't Stand Your Bits, and the 9 of Aunt Tim. Aunt Tim had a hellacious crash when he got smoked by Zach Outback in the duel number 2. That was a big accident. Hopefully we don't see that again, maybe not. The 76 of Melanoma is next to his former team in retro racing, but that's Justin Tallgeier. And remember, that team's Chevrolet now. Ooh. Big Earn and Empty Pockets make up one of the last rows in the field here. Big Earn, he's going to be a fast car. He's going to lead a lap today. I'm going to make a bet on it. Now, we're probably going to have a one-lap crash that proves me wrong, but Cyber Zed is here, and I'm afraid you might be in a gang is right beside him. I'm also positive that 70 car is going to get out front at some point today. Then you got the 2 of Detective Blue Mind Pretzel, and the 19 of Mr. Left Sides. Amber in the 39. She's quite a ways back. Remember, she was diagnosed with ouch. Hopefully she can fix that. And then you have Blackjack in that number 5. A really nice paint scheme, I must add. And yeah, he's going to do good as well. Maybe write him down to lead a lap some point today as well. The Sickly Dying Man battling his stage 2 now Dippy Doodleitis. Hopefully he can fix that. And then you have the 7. This is Weez Our Fan filling in for Connor Eats Daily, who was filling in for Small Medium Fat. So yeah, Weez Our Fan, Pocono 500k driver, Color War driver as well. Yeah. And rounding out the field, 2 really good cars that should be up front at some point today. Corey Crime and Gwendy for the 4th make the field here. So let's get down and kill the camera guy to the command for this fabulous race.
Drivers, start your engines!
He said the thing. Mason Payson and the other guy in there has said the thing. Now, interesting bit from Lurkus. Shout out to Lurkus. Great reporter, by the way. He needs a raise. Lurkus told me that the reason we didn't hear Mason Payson for some of the commands last season and of course in Duel 1, his microphone was not working or he didn't have one. So he'd put his hand out the window, but of course we can't really see that. So obviously we're oblivious. Anyway, shout out to Lurkus. Here we are. 2 by 2. Batu, 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 Batu. Bernhard Enterprises has locked out the front row for every race that we've done so far this season. And they're hoping to finally bring one of them to a win. Now, obviously, this is the one that counts. This is the one they're wanting to win, and they're going to try. Green flag is out. Dale Bernhardt Jr., Jeffrey Bernhardt. Side by side, Bo Giardolozzi 3 wide. He thought about it. He's still thinking about it. He's doing it. How about Bo Giardolozzi 3 wide to the bottom lane? Let me tell you, from what I saw in the duels now, like I said, I didn't really see a whole lot that set the world on fire, but man, he's going to be somebody to watch as the season goes on. Remember, he's sharing this car with Javaris, Jamar, Javaris, and Lamar. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but there's a crash. Oh, Lord. And there they go. It's the lame one. It's the sad and unfortunate one. Riley Gerbert has an engine blown. It's already over for him. And they're wrecking up here! Duel 2 winner aggressive. Blue-collared Austin Hillbilly. Dale Bernhardt Jr., Nick Sanchez, Dick Shitfart. They're piling in. They're aiming for them. It's the lame one at Daytona. Race leader, Bo Giardolozzi. Taking a look at Riley Gerbert in this accident. Just gets a push gone wrong. Seems to be a theme with this weekend. Now we're going to go back. See, so these guys really just spin out. There's nothing to look at in this sense. It's up here at the front where it just goes wrong. I don't know what we're doing. We'll have to take another look, and then we'll go back green. Taking a look at blue-collared Austin Hillbilly because I think he's the reason this accident happens. He's up to second, and he just moves up the track, and yeah. Don't know what we're doing, if I'm going to be honest with you. And then there comes Dick Shipfart, Melanoma, Doc Barks to pile in. A lame one here, so we're not going to look at it that often because it will make me sad. So let's go back green. Why don't we? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Welcome back to Daytona, where Bo Giardolozzi had to pit because of damage. Alzheimer has taken the lead, and he's led 3 laps so far. We will update you on who leads the most laps and stuff like that as they double up to get going again. Let's just pray to each other that we don't kill somebody. So, yeah, Riley Gerbert is the only car out of the race. Unfortunate for them, they worked really hard to get up here. But the 69-77, how about Taforma? He was leading coming to the white flag in duel number 1. Cool to see him out here. Now we'll see what can be done by some of these smaller teams here like Alzheimer Motorsports, Team Lawyerly Racing, stuff like that. And here we go. We're back green. Alzheimer leads again. And Lawful Allen is going for the race lead. Remember, he finished second at Monza in that 33 car. And that's really propelled this team's morale. They want to do a couple more races this season. They're hoping to at least. We'll see what they can do. They're just hoping to have a better schedule, maybe some better results. A race like this where they can run up front and win. If they're able to win, it'd be huge for the season. They'd be up into the playoffs. Huge for that. As Lawful Allen will lead a lap here. Cyber Zed now looking to the bottom. That's the pace car. Cyber Zed to the race lead. They're trying so hard to wreck. It's making me nervous. And there they are. They're doing it. Oh no, there's a certain car in that group. Oh my god, he's still going. Thank God. He's still driving. Bo Giardolozzi's involved. Duel 1 winner. Catchfence did his job. Dale Bernhardt Jr. Corey Crime. What the hell are we doing at the front of the field? Leading that lap, Ricky Ticky Bobby Wobbin. The 68 is out front here at Daytona. Let's take a look at the sickly dying man who was unfortunately caught up in this accident. Battling dippy-doodleitis. Black Jack gets turned, and that's what starts this, and then people are just plowing in. The 55 big hits. Melanoma's got huge damage. Man. Taking a look at Catchfence did his job, who was having a career day last season at this point in time. Just gets caught up in the accident, goes upside down. First flip of a points-paying race for the season. Once again, I think we've kind of covered everything here. Really, those 5 cars are the ones that get the most out of it. Some of these guys as well, but let's go back green. We've got a lot of racing ahead of us. A lot of hockey left. A lot of hockey left. A lot of hockey left. Welcome back to Daytona. It is lap 11. And you've got Stacy out front. The 68 came to pit road. Not sure what happened with that car, but he is still on the track. But look at who's in fourth. I said this earlier. I said this. Big Earn was going to lead a lap today, and he's now that much closer to doing it. The 70's up there as well. It seems like there's a little bit of an advantage starting behind around 25th or so. Just like getting out of the early carnage. Still only one car out of the race, and that is Riley Gerbert. Most laps led today. It is currently a tie between... Well, it will be a tie between Stacy and Alzheimer when they get back to the line. Because she will be leading at the line. The pace car, though, he's going to pull off again. He's probably getting tired of this. The 38 and the 74. The front row. And the 74 beat her to the line, so actually, it's still the 69 that is, right now, the most laps led. You see him back there, he's side by side with his teammate, actually. The 33, 3 wide to the bottom. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, Lord! That was close. Almost devastation. But they're 3 wide behind, so we're preparing. That was just a test. Is this really all the pack has turned into? Wow. Oh, Lord, who's that? Oh. Oh, no! Not again. Oh. We got trouble. Well. The 38 out front. Ooh. Taking a look at Weezer Fan in the 7 car. Remember, filling in for Connor Eats Daily, who was filling in for Small Medium Fat. They're going 4 wide. Melanoma's slow as hell. He comes back up the racing track. 17 comes down and oh! Yikes. 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 Taking a look at Corey Knight, who is going to be in another devastating accident. This is the 2nd straight season. Corey Crime, man. Yikes. One car didn't drive away from this, and it was the 17. Ooh. Ooh. Taking a look at the sickly dying man. Oh, who gets turned with Amber up the track. That's just in front of that. Still driving, though, but his epidural, we are hearing, has now reached stage 3. What the hell is going on up there? Dear God. Alright. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, he's moving. Jesus. Taking a look at the front of the field, who gets just completely... What are we doing at the front? Big Earn and Taforma with issues. Shit just continuously hits the fan here. Numerous cars upside down are involved in some form of incident here. Alzheimer gets plowed by Dog Barks, and we've just lost quite a few cars here. Let's go back green because I'm depressed. Welcome back to Daytona. We'll let you know on the condition of Corey Knight when we can. You know, last season was the first time ever that we went to Daytona and didn't have a fatal incident. We're hoping to keep it that way here today. But they are getting excited here because we are close to halfway. Close. We're not there by any means. Cyber Zed looking to lead a lap here. Remember, there's a bonus point for leading a lap and another bonus point for leading the most laps. Right now, Stacy has that, looking to make it 8 laps led on the day. If she can lead at the line on this restart. Last time she wasn't able to, so she shit the bed on that one. Numerous cars are laps down now from damages. Looking grim. It's looking very grim indeed. We're green. She's going to get there this time. 8 laps led on the day for the number 38 car of Stacy. It's been an eventful race for some of these guys who also had eventful duels, right? You got Jeffrey Bernhardt. Remember, he was in a big accident. I hear something. Something. Nope, I'm crazy. 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 Lawful Allen. No, that's not Lawful Allen. That is Lawful Allen going to the inside there to try and get a run here. The 38 looking to lead lap number 9 on the day. I'm afraid you might be in a gang is about to get turned into the field. Into the field. They're going to pile in. They're piling in. Lawful Allen is upside down. Bojardo Stacy's out front. But we just wadded them up again, man. We're taking a look at I'm afraid you might be in a gang because for some reason nothing can go well when it comes to Star Motorsports and this type of racing. He goes up a little bit and the one just turns him. But then here comes the whole field. Gwendy for the fourth with a big accident. She's still driving though. Man, what the hell happened? Oh, you can't do that. I think it's illegal on the 18th lap. We just saw it, but we do need to look at it just one more time. Wendy for the fourth. She checks up great, but then she gets smoked by Ross Chestpain and then big hit there with Aiden Klott. That's going to hurt. Let's take a look at what happened in the back portion and then maybe go back green. What are we doing? And we're looking at the 47. It has been a nightmare of a race. For them, the wreck starts in front, and they slow down somewhat well. Everyone else doesn't. Let's go back green. I'm tired, man. Welcome back to Daytona, where it has been the Stacy show. Looking at lap number 13 led on the day if she beats Justin Tallgaier to the line. This reminds me, last season, we saw a similar thing. Amber was out front on the white flag. What could have been for her? Trying to take this 38 to victory lane for Becca Lynn, who remember we lost in Monza. Quite a lot of cars are still left in this race, despite that accident. We've got Bojardo still in the field somehow. We don't have as many cars on the lead lap as really hoping, but yeah. Some notable drivers in the top 10. How about the guy in 10th, the sickly dying man? Dude, I'm telling you, this guy, even though his dippy-doodleitis is now, I think, stage 3 from reports from Lurkus, for some reason, this guy's a tank when it comes to these races. Ricky Raceway, he survived without an accident. Here, he's been getting through the accidents pretty well. As long as he doesn't crash, this guy's going to have a great career. Regardless, here we go for lap 22 of this race. For some of these guys, they're hoping to get maybe a little bit of a green flag stretch. The 74 once again beats Becca Lynn to the line. He's pretty good at these restarts. That's something to maybe take note of as the race goes on if you're Becca Lynn. Or Becca Lynn. Sorry, Becca Lynn. R.I.P. I'm sorry. I don't like the looks of the pack back there, but I'm not going to look at it, because if I don't look at it, maybe it won't happen. That's my philosophy on that one. Wow, we've got a slow car or something in this lead group, because half the pack is separated. MT Pockets is going to the race lead with help from Leland Funnyman and Chug a Beer, as that's Amber, who almost just got suplexed to the inside wall. We've got two cars pulling down pit road with issues. Had damage in the prior accident. The 20 out front. Now you've got the 42 to the inside. Three wide back there. See, now I think the slower cars have been filtered out of this group. So if they were to have a restart, they would be more bunched up than they were here. Blue-collared Austin Hillbilly is flying back there. You see that? Holy, he's right back up to the lead group. That car's got something special. Empty Pockets leads his second straight lap of the race as they're approaching a lapped car. That's not good. That'll end well. That'll end really well, surely. Bo Giardolozzi, he did a great job, actually. He stayed right at the bottom of the racetrack. Like, he didn't even move an inch up the racetrack. The sickly dying man here trying to push Amber, but now he's just going to say, you know what, I hate you. We are very separated. The sickly dying man, no! He's joining back up. He's joining back up. No, no! Oh my god. I need new underwear. 13th lap led on the day for Stacy. They're approaching another lapped car. I believe that is the 07 of Nex Sanchez. That is not. It's the 25 of Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico, who has a teammate in third place at the current time of Empty Pockets. You know what? Logging some laps out, though. Sounds pretty good. They're trying so hard to wreck up there. It is unbelievable. Do we have any other lap cars on the horizon as Stacy leads her 14th lap of the day? You've got the 5 as well. Oh, no. The 55's not moving. We have a big accident. Something tragic has happened. They're racing back. They're racing back. They're racing back to the line. It appears as if it's going to be another Stacy lap led here. So she's almost locked in now to guarantee the most laps led today. I don't know what the hell happened, but that big group that we were seeing back there is no longer. So that might be it. 15 laps led on the day for Stacy, and it's going to keep climbing as she leads at the yellow. Taking a look at Kedge Fence did his job. I saw this in the background. I didn't think it would turn into anything, though, but it turns out it did. That's it. That's the whole wreck. 55, I don't know what happened. Maybe he's just not, maybe the car's just not working. He might be stuck. Yeah, he was stuck there for a bit. That's all that happened. So one replay of the race right there. Welcome back to Daytona, where Justin Tallgaier is having issues of sorts. Not what you want to see for that team, the defending championship team. So they're still leaving the gap there. I'm not sure what's really going on there. Stacy coming to the line is hoping to lead. Hoping to lead 19 laps here at the line. I don't know what the hell's going on. Justin Tallgaier. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, where's he going? Well, that blew everything out of the water. Anyway. Justin Tallgaier with issues. He's pulling into the pits. It is over for the 74. In terms of race winning capabilities, he's still right there though. You can't really see, you can barely see him through the ticker there. Not sure what's going on with that car, but hopefully he can figure it out. Now, we're headed into the meat and potatoes. This would be the checkered flag of the duels right here. So there's still 20 more laps. Now, granted, most of these laps are probably going to be under yellow for a disastrous accident, but we're underway anyway. Here we go. One of those cars on the top is so slow. Oh, nah. 19 laps led on the 38. She is the car to beat by a landslide at this point. It's not even a long shot anymore. It's a landslide. Yeah. It's migrated up to a different natural disaster. Chug a Beer is playing dangerous games with the Demon of Oil. He will not hesitate. The Sickly Dying Man still like up here in a great spot. I am so shocked. But that 21 car, I think, is the car to beat. Right, Stacy's been up here. She's got track position and stuff, but the 21 has been the best car. Best drivability we've seen getting through the field. Chug a Beer's looking to try and take the race lead. We've got cars coming into pit. Not sure what's going on there. Chug a Beer is out front. In whatever that car is supposed to be. The Toyota Camry SS, some might say. Now, I think those guys pitted because they haven't yet. And they were hoping for another yellow. Or something like that. It's really hard to know. Some of these crew chiefs have never actually done anything like this before. Blue-collared Austin Hillbilly is playing dangerous games. Aggressive's coming into pit. The 33's coming into pit. See, they're all coming out, so they're not like coming in to like retire or anything like that from the race. The 24, though, will lead his second lap of the day. The 21, oh, they're coming up on lapped cars. Whew. So these guys just came out of pits. So are these guys good? Have they pitted yet? They have not. But it's assumed that they can make it. But at this point, who knows? So Chug a Beer will lead his third straight lap. Stacy second. Demon of Oil third. Empty Pockets fourth. And then that's the lead group. Wouldn't this be a burger way to end it? Stacy's looking back to the inside here. Catch Fence did his job. Might be in the way for somebody. And it's going to be the 38. Toyota helping Toyota here, in a way. Demon of Oil going to take the race lead. Chug a Beer looking to keep it, though. And he'll lead his fourth straight lap. It's all about survival. Wow, there's a lot of detachment here in the field. A lot of single file. The Demon of Oil is out front. Empty Pockets is challenging Chug-a-Beer for second. Pete Nutbutter now takes the 5th spot away as the Demon of Oil leads his first lap of the day. Stacy just drove back up by herself to the front group. Like, what? We've got a pack forming behind with the 55 still there. So let's look at this for a sec. Just to see what's going on in this group. You can see the unsponsored number 9 of Aunt Tim is in this group. Chug-a-Beer will lead again. Looking to maybe just try and... He's trying to stay out front as many laps as possible to maybe have a shot at overtaking what Stacy's done. I was talking to Stacy's mom, her crew chief, earlier in the week, and she said the 38 number is just a huge, huge gap to fill in this team. But Stacy's honored to be a part of this car. They navigated these slower cars really well, I must add. But there's the slow car that's kind of in the way, Alzheimer. So Chug-a-Beer 6 laps led, looking for 7. Funny numbers. Meh, meh, meh. Side by side for second. I just got a new report from Lurkus. He has threatened the field with his caution again. If by lap 42 nothing happens, Lurkus is going to override the system and throw a fun flag. Lurkus, we don't know what he looks like still. We haven't seen him ever. Like, he just kind of picked up a microphone. No, he doesn't even have a microphone. He just texts me this stuff. Like, I don't know what he sounds like. Lurkus is just a guy. He's just everywhere. He's everywhere. The 38 is taking the lead back. You love to see that for Stacy. Lap number 20 led on the day. Talk about domination. You don't see that at this type of track. Can she keep it this way, though? Lurkus is threatening that. With 11 to go. I just heard a crash. Somewhere on the racetrack. Oh no. Lurkus, you do not need to throw the caution. Something has happened. Yellow's out. Taking a look at I'm Afraid You Might Be in a Gang, this is the pack that was coming towards the leaders. They're 4 wide, and there's just a squeeze play going on there. You know, they're just kind of wrecking. And no! How is he driving that car? He drove away. let's go back green and finish this race off. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Dag nabbit. Welcome back to Daytona, where it is official. Stacy has led 50% of this race. 25 laps have gone her direction here today. A lot of the field is missing. I don't know what they're doing back here. They are lapped cars, most of them. Actually, quite a few of them are lapped cars. But we've got the core group of the faster cars ready to go, ready to duel it out here. You see they're kind of catching up now. I think they'll get there maybe in time. We'll see when it pans around. They're coming. They're good. Empty Pockets has blown up on the start. The 20 car with a disaster. He didn't even pull the pit road. What are we doing? The 38 leads again. 26 laps led today. 3 wide already. Look at this competitive group, though. We're back. We didn't even need Lurkus's help this time. The sickly dying man, I swear to God, dude, if he wins, the party will never end. Chug a beer way to the top. What are we doing there? Becca Lynn, or sorry, not Becca Lynn. I keep saying it, but Stacy's looking to lead lap number 27, and there they go. Funnyman's up the racetrack. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Taking a look at Leland Funnyman, who's in this crash. Oh. Oh no, and he... Oh no. Funnyman drives away. But those two don't. Taking a look at Corey Crime with the exact same camera angle because we're cheap. The 42 just comes up the track, and you see the cars were low, they went high. It was a good idea. And then here comes Blackjack! Oh no. Let's go back green from Daytona. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Daytona, where we've had a very bad accident here. I don't really know what to say, you know. We hope they're both alright. I'll give you updates on them when we can. But I do have an update on one driver, and that is Corey Knight. I hate to say this, but after the crash that we had in turn number 4, we have unfortunately lost Corey Knight here today. Very sad. May he rest in peace. Not the way this should have gone for him. And we hope that Corey Crime and Blackjack are alright as well. But with that, we do have a race to continue doing. It is overtime here from Daytona. The 38 of Stacy and the 29, what am I talking about? The 38 and 28 are the cars left for battle. Aiden Clot And Stacy. Remember, Stacy had a very similar incident to Jeffrey Bernhardt last season. She was starting on the front row, if I'm not mistaken, and her engine blew up, rolling off the pit road. Same thing that happened to Jeffrey Bernhardt. It was a Chevrolet issue. It was a huge thing. And she was so devastated. She didn't really have any other really great flashes last season, but here she is. It is not the final lap. Ignore that shit. Stacy is hoping to keep the lead in honor of the driver previously using this 38. That was Becca Lynn as Chug a Beer to the inside. White flag. I don't know what that blue car is doing back there. Kind of stupid. 1 lap to go. Stacy is just looking for one move. The sickly dying man is in third, or at least challenging for it. Stacy's going to the bottom. Oh, she's going to the bottom. She's flying. After engine issues last season, to start this race, she's going to dominate this one and win it. Stacy with a perfect day. "32 laps led today, over half the race. And for Becca Lynn, in her honor, Bop Racing, Stacy gets revenge after last season and puts this car in a great spot. Who had that on their bingo card? Bop Racing was leading, coming to the white last season as well with Amber, and she was passed in 3 and 4, and she did the exact same thing with the roles reversed. Congrats to Stacy in the 38. An incredible job. Let's take a look at the finishing results here from Daytona. Well, let's take a look at the finishing results here. Stacy just dominated today. It was like an unbelievable performance out of this 38 car. There's not even a question about it. 51 laps completed, 32 of them went her direction. An unbelievable job by the 38 car. Chug a Beer second, was leading coming to the white. You know, he did a great job. I can't lie to you. The Demon of Oil, Pete Nut Butter, a great day for Lucky Sevens apart from the certain incident that happened to trigger this overtime, if I'm not mistaken. Aiden Clot, top 5, Sickly Dying Man, survived another race. Can you believe that? He's coming back. He's coming back at some point this season for one of these races, probably in that 13. So, great for him to do it again. Mick Rorty with an 8th, Amber 9th. Big Earn, top 15. We figured this would happen at some point, but, you know, these cars, once again, this team started in the front, and nothing happened. They did absolutely nothing all day. The 38 dominated. It was an incredible job there. And then, of course, you go down to the bottom of the incidents here. Dale Bernhardt Jr., unfortunate there. Blackjack with a big incident. Weezer fan was hoping to have a better race than he did. And then, of course, you look down to 41st on the board. The number 17, Corey Knight. Very unfortunate incident there. And the first fatality of Season 6. He will be missed, but hopefully we will see him back soon whenever we are able to get a contract going with Hell to go to a Bulag. Thank you all for watching, and tune in tomorrow on Twisted Toe to see the Goodies Trash series at 7 o'clock, and then Friday on Twisted Toe for the Splint Cup series at Daytona at 7 o'clock as well. We will see you guys back next week at a track that we will reveal soon. But other than that, congrats to Stacy. Thank you for watching. What a race. Goodbye. Dude. 32 laps led is like craziness to me. That has to be a record of sorts, right? RIP Corey. Wow. What a race.